So since I started doing this channel and doing, spending time on Twitter and Google now and looking for different things for me to talk about and writing, doing a lot of writing about the stuff that is important to me and stuff and I'm starting to see like a little pattern here, something that I'm kind of worried about, something that I don't really want to do. And it's that being this salty about stuff just all the time is really getting to me, and I don't think I can do it. I don't think I'm cut out for this. I want to do YouTube. I want YouTube or something like this where I'm in the public eye, to be something that I'm doing, to making a living and making money doing it and enjoying doing it. And I am not enjoying what I'm doing right now. I find myself gravitating towards YouTube channels, or at least longing to watch YouTube channels where people aren't just aggravated about stuff all the time. I like watching Arlo and how excited he gets about Nintendo games, or Linus Tech Tips and how excited he gets about computers. I like watching Dave Rubin. He gets to talk about cultural things and politics and stuff like that, but he's not just angry about it all the time. He you can tell he's having fun and he really wants to have these conversations about stuff. And then I watch some of these other guys that are kind of why I decided I wanted to do politics, like Sargon of Akkad and Steven Crowder, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these guys are just grumpy all the time. And they didn't used to be like that. When I first found Sargon, I would watch his This Week in Stupid, and they were these really long form, well thought out, well researched and written think pieces that he would do, and they were great. And he would have a couple of these throughout the week, and then somehow people found out like what his name was and what his face looked like, and he started doing public appearances and stuff like that. And now he spends a lot of time on his secondary channel, The Thinkery, where he's just kind of reacting to things, and it's kind of more like what Tim Pool does over on his channel, and then and it's just so you can tell where it's like he's just aggravated about stuff. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't be aggravated about this stuff, but I'm saying that before, his way of handling it, his way of talking through things and really researching and being informative, I think was a lot more helpful than things are today. Now, I'm not someone who thinks that, when he went to VidCon and was at that Anita Sarkeesian thing, that he actually did anything wrong. I really do think that he was just there to listen, and I think that's great. But I've seen where doing this kind of thing, where you're just kind of griping about the way the culture and politics is going, where you sort of just become part of what's fueling the problem and not a solution to the problem anymore. And I want to use Steven Crowder as an even better example of this. I found Crowder back when he was only every Thursday, and it was great. It was 3 hours long, and I really enjoyed it. And he put together a really good show, and he would talk about stuff. And yeah, he would get excitable and aggravated about things and stuff. But then he went to daily, and I don't subscribe to Mug Club, so I don't really know what kind of stuff he's doing, Monday through Wednesday. But on Thursday, I started to notice, like, you can tell this guy, he's just complaining about stuff for like 2 and 3 hours a day, and you can tell that's just all he does, and it's not funny anymore, and he doesn't get that out of me anyway. I'm not saying there's not a place for what he does. I'm just saying what I'm looking for is, I used to listen to him and go like, man, this he's right. We should be doing this, and like getting excited about it, and excited that other people were getting excited about it, not necessarily angry about it. Yeah, occasionally I would get angry about something because like there was an injustice out there and I needed to get angry about it, but I don't want to live and breathe this being angry about stuff all the time. It's exhausting. Where's my phone? My Google Now feed is just like, well, there's some stuff. Okay, now I'm not gonna be able to find it. There's stuff about, oh, here we go. Treasury data shows Russian holdings of U.S. debt plunged 84%. Like this is the kind of stuff that's just all over my Google Now feed right now. There's an opinion piece on here that is like a fan fiction of the day after Trump loses the election in 2020. Like, what the heck is that? I don't care about that. And I'm just so tired of this being the only thing that I see anymore is the left is angry about this and the right is angry about that. And yeah, that's stuff that I'm interested in and that I want to be involved in, but I don't want to be angry. And I think when I realized that I didn't want to just be this salty about stuff all the time was uh, a little while ago. I was at lunch at a friend's house and somebody was asking what I do, and I described what I do as I get on the internet and I complain about stuff. How is that helping anything? So I don't want to do that anymore. I would much rather be the kind of guy who can go out into my community and gather business owners and local politicians together and have them sit down around, a couple of pizzas and, maybe get the alcohol flowing. I don't personally drink, but I understand people like to drink beer, and, maybe we can get that going, and we can see about how to fix our local communities. That I'm way more interested in that in the long term. I mean, yeah, I when I made my first video and it like shot up to 50 something views really quick, I got excited and I was like, yeah, I can make a living doing this. But I didn't realize just, when the Bible says it's, I don't remember exactly what the verse is, but it's like whatever's in your heart, it tends to come out of your mouth, and somebody can go look that up for me. And I didn't research this video. I just sat down in front of the camera and started talking. When that's true, and it was beginning to affect me. I was getting in fights with people on Twitter. People I don't even know. I wasn't like calling them names or really being, well, I don't know, maybe I was being mean. But I was being someone that, and I go back and read it and I'm like, how am I going to win anybody over like this? And particularly, how am I going to win anybody over to the kingdom of God? Being like when they find out I'm a Christian, and they're like, oh my gosh, this guy's he's horrible. And then I'm even talking about like they disagree with my political beliefs and wonder how I can be a Christian and think that kind of stuff. I'm talking about how can I be a Christian when I'm talking to people the way that I'm talking to them. Like somebody would confuse Dave Rubin with a Christian, who is an atheist, by the way, before they would confuse me if all they know about me is salty luchadoric. That's what would happen. Now, I think there's here. I'm gonna take this thing off, and quit wearing it and put my hat on. There's a place for this guy out there. I want to keep putting this mask on and doing stuff because I think I can do something with him. I've written a few little shorts that I think are funny that I could really do something with, but this whole just complaining about nonsense on the internet for 10 minutes, and I say 10 minutes, like it looks like 10 minutes every week because that's what it is on YouTube, but it's hours of this. It's hours of this every single day, and I don't want to do that. I would much rather talk to you about how much I love Chrono Trigger. This is my favorite game in the world. I would rather get on here and talk about that. I would rather get on here and watch a really horrible Christian movie, like one of those Left Behind movies, and talk about how bad Christians are at making art. I would rather talk to someone about, whatever newest worship song that comes out there, because I think that's something that people don't think enough about. I'd rather have fun. And then yeah, if I can get people in having fun, like, all right, we've got this thing in common. We think that church music's not very good. Oh hey, by the way, did you hear about that thing in the news? And maybe we can talk about that. Or even better than that, my community right here in my area has a lot of really untapped potential that I want to see change. I want to see my city grow and be this really cool place that people just want to come to. And no one's gonna want to come here and be like, oh, there's this guy that is about stuff on front of his computer for every week, and no one wants to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to have fun, and yeah, I want to talk about stuff that's important to me, like Colin Moriarty at Colin's Last Stand. He gets to talk about politics and political issues that really mean something to him, and he gives his opinion, but he gives his opinion in a way that's very respectful and I think very helpful. And that's not what I was doing. I want to be more like Dave Rubin. I want to be more like Joe Rogan, or even the guy that hosted the Man Show with Jimmy Kimmel, Adam Carolla. That guy, he's out there and he's doing his show, and yeah, occasionally someone's gonna listen to something that I say and they're gonna go, man, that guy's a real punk. I don't want to have nothing to do with him. But that's gonna be just because they disagree with me, and I understand that's gonna happen. But I don't want to just exist to give people reasons to find things to not like about me. So if you, in the very short time that this channel's been up, if you found it and you enjoy it, I'm sorry. I can't keep doing it because I don't want to be that guy anymore. But I'm definitely going to be doing stuff on YouTube. I'm comfortable here. I like it here. I think I can do really good work here. I don't know what this is. I just found this on my desk and got really distracted by it. I'm still doing stuff over at CrossForge Gaming. I'm going to be doing that a lot more once my son goes back up to Memphis, Tennessee. We're taking him back this weekend. I am going to do stuff on a personal channel that's a little bit more me. It's a little bit less like, I love CrossForge Gaming and I love doing stuff over there, but it is very, like, what we're going for over there is very I hate to use the word corporate-y because it sounds bad, but like, all the reviews are, once we get a style guide and stuff, the reviews are going to look very similar so that you can tell, like, this is a CrossForge Gaming kind of a thing. And I like it, and I think it's going to be really good, and I think it's a much needed thing in that space, but I do need to have an outlet where I can be myself and not just be what CrossForge Gaming needs me to be. So I'm going to be doing that, but I'm excited. I'm excited to get this out here and to really hit the ground running. That's going to be next week. I'm going to be putting videos up constantly over at CFG and on my personal channel. That personal channel's not going to be here. I'm going to leave this channel up because it's a piece of my history of being here, and I think it's an interesting piece and an important piece, and it shows my growth as a content creator here on this platform. So it'll still be here. I'm not even saying that there won't be videos uploaded to it occasionally, because yeah, sometimes I'm gonna need to just go vent, and I can do that over there. But yeah, thanks to everyone who was interested and saw it and wanted to do whatever, and yeah, I'll talk to you later.